Alright, so what's up, guys? I just got back from seeing Best Man Holiday. Usually wouldn't get on this late and record, but man, let me tell you, this movie was off the hook. It was everything that was cracked up to be and some. And I'm telling you, for you single dudes that don't want to go to the movies by yourself, this is a movie that you go to by yourself because girls was like throwing their numbers at me. Like I went by myself because I wanted to enjoy the movie, take some notes. I got some notes for y'all, but yeah, man, it was crazy. Like girls was just like throwing their numbers at me. I don't know if it was because the movie was so sentimental and everybody was kind of booed up in the movie, but man, let me tell you guys, if there is ever a movie for you to go to and check out by yourself, if you can't get a date, if your girl don't feel like going, if she's out of town. Now I'm not telling you to follow through with the numbers, but I'm saying, listen, for all you single dudes that you know say, man, movies are for couples. This particular movie, although it is for couples, you'll be surprised at how much play you could possibly get by going to check this movie out. But yeah, so on to the movie, man. Listen, so some of you may know, some of you may not know that I have started a blog and we discuss socio-economical issues, uh, or just social issues in general, issues that are germane to um, not only black people but people in general. And a lot of the topics we discuss were actually um, talked about in this movie. So it was unknowing to me a chance for me to kind of develop some topics for my show and to hear uh, feedback from women that were sitting around me, from men that were sitting around me, from men that were in line. Let me tell you, I heard this guy who was in line in front of me. Uh, this was his second time seeing the movie. I guess he had got some tickets to see the premiere, and he took a girl to the premiere. This was his third time seeing the movie. I'm sorry, because he had went earlier today with a different girl, and then he finally came out with two girls that were his friends from high school. So the conversation I heard in line about how he picks and chooses the women that he takes to the movies, and he spends X amount of dollars on them based on how far they've allowed him to get up to this point. So if she hasn't put out, then she might only get the ticket. Now if she's put out, she might get the ticket, the dinner. If she's put out multiple times, she get the dinner, the ticket, the drinks, maybe a gift. So it was just funny to me to hear this guy talk about um, his criteria for what a woman gets on a date. So anyway, to the movie. Um, I hear a lot of people on Instagram talking about how the movie wasn't as good as the first one. I kind of disagree. I mean, maybe it's because it was so long ago when I watched the last movie, but to me, man, this one was on point. It was everything that the first movie had, but it was more heartfelt. It was a lot of people not liking it because it was not as lighthearted, but there was some obviously funny moments in there, and I think it did a really good job of balancing the comedy and the drama in this one versus man, it was people crying in this movie, like seriously crying in this movie, and I was one of them. I'm not afraid to admit that I cry from time to time in movies. I have a sentimental side, and but yeah, man, it was deep, and the comedy was on point. I mean, it was coming, it was coming. Shout out to Terrence Howard, man. Terrence Howard did a really good job. I was surprised because I'm not a huge Terrence Howard fan. Like he's kind of hit or miss with me, but he was in the pocket on this one. I think this is really like it didn't feel to me that he had a stretch to really play this character. Like I feel like if you hang out with Terrence, this is probably the Terrence that you would get if you really hung out with him. So yeah, man, the cast was great. Morris Chestnut was off the chain. Tay Diggs was phenomenal. Um, I thought Nia Long was incredible. I'm a little biased on Nia Long, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, Nia Long was incredible in this. Shout out to Sanaa Lathan playing a pregnant woman. She was phenomenal. Yeah, man, the whole cast was great. I thought it was really well done, well shot. At first, the um, the the photography was a little off for me. Like they were doing a little bit too much. Um, you know, camera switching camera angles, and it was kind of throwing me off. But they it felt like as the movie progressed that it got better as far as that went. But yeah, man, some of the things that they talked about in the movie, or some of the things that came up that kind of sparked some interest as far as topics go. Someone said something about I think Tay Diggs' character being black people smart. And so I started thinking, like, is there a difference between black people smart and white people smart? So that's a subject that we'll tackle on the Solution Summit coming up here probably in the next few days. Also, how would you feel if your woman had a muddy past and you knew the people? Well, now what I mean by muddy past is I mean she's been around. She slept with a few cats, done some things that you might not be too comfortable with. And what if you knew one or two other guys? So that's a topic. Do black women need black men, or do they feel like they need black men? We won't even get into that because that's a whole nother topic. But this is a real serious one that the movie kind of talked about. What can a miscarriage do to a marriage? Now, this is obviously not a topic that I'm familiar with, but I do know some really close friends of mine have gone through miscarriages and had that whole situation. So it's interesting to see what that can do to the dynamics of a marriage, and I think it takes really strong couple to get through something like that, and that's something that we really don't talk about a lot. So that's a topic that we will be discussing on the Solution Summit coming up soon. If you don't know what that is a discussion panel, a site that I have created where we can go and we can have intelligent conversation about relevant topics that concern us all, and we can have provocative conversation and not be afraid of. It's kind of unfiltered, unadulterated conversation um, that discusses issues that we want to talk about. So um, check it out. I've just started a blog. It's www.thesolutionsummit.wordpress.com. Again, that's thesolutionsummit.wordpress.com. Go check it out, and I will be uploading this video. This is the first movie review that I will be posting on that particular blog. Um, but yeah, man, I think overall this was a phenomenal movie, very very well done, and I was pleasantly surprised, and not really surprised because the first one was a classic, but sequels are kind of sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't, but man, it's smashing the box office right now. I was surprised I was able to get tickets because really wasn't planning on going tonight. It was a last minute thing, but ended up grabbing the ticket online and getting to the movies and having a phenomenal time. So yeah, man, go check it out. Best Man Holiday in theaters right now, and be on the lookout for um, you know the show, the discussion coming up about. We will be doing a live Google Hangout coming up in the next few days. Um, I have some friends of mine from all over the country on this Google Hangout discussing not only the topics that came up in this movie, but other topics that we find intriguing and important. And hopefully you'll tune in and be able to, give your opinion via the blog site. So yeah, man, um, good movie. Go check it out. It's late, and I am. I'm probably not gonna decide, but maybe. Who knows? Till next time, this is your boy Justin Jamar. I am tuning out. Talk to you guys later. Peace.